So I'm 81 years old. I've been involved seriously in politics, seriously engaged in politics since I was 14 years old, working on the Adlai Stevenson campaign. And very much involved all the way through the 60s, civil rights, counterculture, worked for the governor of California for 8 years, made a big success running a state agency for him. I've seen the sausage being made. I've seen fistfights taking place backstage when Prop 13 passed and legislators were beating the crap out of each other. And now I'm sitting here on the eve of an election where 120 members of Congress are breaking their oath to the Constitution and refusing to certify an election, where 297 election deniers are running for office of Secretary of State, something like that, election stuff, and where concerted programs are being run in broad daylight about how to subvert and take over, where the governor of Michigan, a guy who wants to be governor of Michigan, says, if I'm governor, Democrats will never win another election. And at least 70 million Americans think that's okay. So what I'm seeing is the country is roughly cut in half, and the two sides are roughly equal in power. And because a very small change in the vote, 1 or 2%, can transmit 100% of the power to one party or another, there's no inducement to change your programs to be more popular. When the Republicans lose, instead of changing and trying to say, well, the voters don't like what we're selling, they say, let's just keep on, let's just figure out what people want to hear. We'll check for buzzwords, and we might win it all. So if they win it all this time, they've already gerrymandered so many states where they can rule as a permanent minority with no regard for the voters.
Right.
So now I'm 81 years old, and I'm living on my little farm, and I'm looking at the very real possibility of living in a fascist state, an authoritarian state, where the people are disenfranchised. And I'm thinking to myself, what am I going to do? Am I going to stay here and spend the rest of my life in some kind of isolation? I'm not going to shut up, but I have a long lefty track record. Could not be safe for me, particularly to be here. Or do I move? Do I let these sons of bitches run me out of my country and move someplace so that I can be a Zen priest, so I can continue to work until such a time as I either die or as either the country takes democracy and civil liberties and things seriously? And that's a real question to me. And I don't know yet which way I'm going to come down on it.